Hey, what's up, team? Words cannot express how proud I am of everybody within the Discord server, from the more experienced traders to the brand new traders within the server. It was an awesome day for trading. There were a bunch of different callouts that I made, but you were the ones that ultimately took these trades. So I want to take a second and just shout everybody out here. So SPY short definitely was something that was mentioned in chat. Roblox long was definitely something that was mentioned in chat. SPY long was something that was definitely mentioned in chat. You know, we've got traders in the server having their biggest win from a monetary value standpoint ever with trading. We've got brand new members who just joined the server yesterday, making over $400 on one single trade, 50% on RBLX. Just awesome numbers. You know, nothing makes me happier than to see all of these profits posted. So I want to take a minute and kind of discuss, you know, which trades were called out and when they were called out and why they were called out. So we're going to do pretty much an overview of the entire day. So we'll start off with SPY. All right, SPY, we had CPI this morning cause this big drop down. The rally up to the close to the previous day's close, which is that green line going across the screen in the pre-market. And at the open, we went initially green. I'm not going to lie, I was leaning bear biased on SPY. You know, I thought for sure that we could take this short under the previous day's close once it dropped right here. I thought that we could take this short for the run back down to the pre-market lows around 394. We didn't get that big of a move off of the drop down, but what we did get was 20% on our contracts. So I'm going to go into the alert room here and kind of talk about the trades that I took on SPY short early on in the morning, right? So I said, SPY, we're looking to short the rally, try to get an entry around 398 with a stop near the previous day's close at 399. So I give you the contracts, I give you the price, and it wasn't even 1 minute, and these contracts, SPY dropped and these contracts ran to 20%. Right, so that was mentioned, the very first mention on this was right here. So we don't trade, we know a few things to be true. We don't trade in the first 5 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This rejection off of the previous day's close was our immediate indication that we could potentially short the next rally, and that's exactly what we did, right? We took the short entry here for the move down into the low of day. This is not something that was that should have been a surprise to you. You know, this plan was already premeditated, if you will. So what I said before, you know, the market even opened was this right here. Anything can happen, so I don't want to have too much of a bias, but we're simply looking for lower lows on pretty much anything and everything. If we get an opening rally in the market, which we did, look for the previous day's closing price to reject, and then that will be a good spot to consider the first rally selling if we get that scenario playing out. And that's exactly what happened, right? We got the opening rally, rejection of the previous day's close, and we took the short on the very first rally following the drop down. 20% on that. We had another rally come back, pull back up, and again, you know, I went back in on it, right? And I said, hey, SPY, looking to short the rally here, contracts, same contracts, back at 2.5. We want this to stay below 399 for this trade idea. And then another 1 minute later, these contracts are now at 2.8 from the second mention, should be up nearly 15%. So that was a short entry in this area for this drop down there. You know, take your profits when they're offered, and then we get that face ripper move with the volume coming up. So what do we do at this point? Well, this is where I said, hold off on the next short entry and let's see what 399 does here. Because if this was breaking the previous day's close, which it did, then we likely had a trend change. So connecting the peak to the rallies, we had a break of the downward trend line, higher volume coming in, a break of the previous day's close. That downtrend is over. That downtrend is no longer valid. What I was looking for as this was consolidating up here near 400, which if we go to the day trade watch list, right? This is posted every morning. If we go to the day trade watch list, SPY was a long idea over 400. What I was looking for, and this was my fault, I was looking for a drop back down to test 399 as support before I went long. and I totally missed this long entry on the way up. You know, it happens. I know a few of the server members did catch that, and that's awesome, right? Because that's telling me that they're becoming independent traders and learning from the system that I teach here within this server. But if you ever feel like you missed the move, which I did at this time, then don't take the trade. Don't chase the move up. Wait for the dip entry. So as this, let's go back to the alert room here. As this was pulling back, what I had mentioned was, SPY, we can flip the script, right? And start looking for a long entry off of 399 with 399 as the stop area. We have to go down a little further. I mentioned again, SPY, we can entertain long off of 400 or 399 depending on how far it dips. That was at 8:55. The 55-minute mark was about right here. So I was saying, you know, hey, we missed this run. If you missed the run, we can start to look for the dip entry. So it gave you a dip off of 401 for the move up, and then the perfect retest of 400. Perfect retest of 400 before moving up into the high of day. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess 5 right there. Potential entries on SPY, both long and short, all of them mentioned in chat with the exception of this one right here. All right, so that's our breakdown on SPY. Let's move over to RBLX, which was the next one on the watch list. So RBLX had earnings. I'm going to move this to the 5-minute time frame so it's a little easier to see. RBLX had earnings, dropped down, and then moved up, and then dropped back down by market open. And I was looking at this, and I'm like, well, CPI data caused a lot of stocks to fall. RBLX has a catalyst, which is earnings, and it hasn't really fallen that much. So it does run the potential of making a move up, and that's exactly why I put it on the watch list. So the only thing that I was looking for, and we're going to go back to the watch list here, day trade watch list, the only thing that I was looking for in RBLX with a long idea over 2350 was the break of the pre-market high and the previous day's close. Very simple. Break of previous day's close at 23.17 or so, and then a break of the pre-market high right at 2350. So we're flipping this to the 1-minute time frame. We get the run up on RBLX. I mentioned don't chase the run, right? Don't chase this run. We get the pullback forming a bull flag pattern, perfectly testing 2350 as a point of support, and then a breakout of that bull flag. I did mention this in chat. My alert was a little late, but some of you really ran with this RBLX trade. Hold on, let me get to the alert so I can show you. Yep, I said RBLX, watch this as it consolidates over the trigger. It's forming a bull flag right now on the 1-minute time frame. Valid long idea in this area with a tight stop out. That was at the 43-minute mark. So that's going to be literally on this candle. When I was looking at it though, the stock had not broken out from this bull flag yet. So it was still trading in this area. So then we get the breakout, the little bit of a pullback there. This would have been a great entry for the run up. And then, you know, it just kind of, the rest is history from there. Took off from there. So again, some people were posting 100% profits on RBLX, 70% profits, 50% profits on RBLX. You know, this was where the first mention was. It's time stamped, and you see the chart, and then there's your high of day move, and then we get a little bit more of an update later on. And that was when it was at 26. It did run all the way to 28. So beautiful move there. The next one, and this is the final one, thank you for following along with me so far. This is going to be on AMD. AMD, I like AMD as a stock. It just really makes nice large moves for how cheap it is, and it's typically not that choppy. You know, it does make big directional moves with clean price action. This was a fairly easy trade for me. AMD had support around 85. And resistance up here at 90. You know, we see the resistance very clearly right there, right there, right there, right there, and in the pre-market, all right there. 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of resistance placed at the $90 price point. So the day trade watch list, AMD, long over 90. Right? Just makes sense. So we get a break of 90 early on, and I'm telling the team, hey, you know, don't chase the move. That's not what we do. That's not how we trade. It's running. It's all green. You know, unless you're market buying on this breakout right here, you don't want to be buying up here. I know it's over 90, but at that point, it's at 92. You're chasing the move 2% above the trigger level. It's not good risk management. wait for the dip. So it did dip down to 90, bounced a little bit, dipped down again to 90, and then this is where I alerted it. So let's go back to the alert room here. I said AMD loading these contracts. If this holds 90, I will go long. Stop loss below 90, and that was at 903. Right? No entry yet. I wanted to see, waiting to see how it does on this test. Now at 1.7. So again, I give you the contracts, I give you the stop loss, I give you the price point of those contracts. That same minute, AMD showed strength, and I posted AMD. I took the entry. Right? Stop loss is $90. Manage your risk. So AMD at the 9:03 minute mark was right here. It had dipped down, started to show some strength. We go long right here as this is going up. I just wound up market buying into this, sold it at 20% on the pop, and I'm happy with that, right? I'm a base hit trader. It did give you, if you missed that trade though, it did give you yet another test of $90 where this candle was bought up off of 90. So any entry within this area for the run up to the high of day or near the high of day would have been profitable. All right, so those are my breakdowns on our trades today. SPY, AMD, RBLX, all of it pretty much called in chat. Super, super proud of you all in the Profits channel. You know, look at this. AMD calls for 17% in 2 minutes. Look, impossible day. Flat here for my ES strategy. Okay, that was, I'm not sure what their ES strategy is, but third day here, followed the watch list rules, caught AMD at 40%, 91 calls right off the trigger level. You know, join the server. If you're looking for a streamlined system of trading, the link is in the description. Come join, come trade with us. I'm starting a $1,000 account challenge next week, May 16th. So if you want to get in and follow me on these trades, click that link in the description. Thank you for your time. Press the like button for me if this video has helped you out. That helps me out when you do that, and also lets me know that I should continue to spend my time making these videos. So I hope that it's provided you with some value. Enjoy your day. Best of luck with your trading, and take care.